Welcome to Hangman Tarot. Welcome, welcome Libra. We are going to get into your predictions for the month of November 2022. We're going to start right now, but first hit subscribe while I get this shuffle. And other than that, we are going to get started. I hope that you enjoyed your weekend and are ready for Monday. Case of the Moon Days. We are going to get into your predictions. This is just for love, so at the end of this reading, make sure you go check out your general predictions. That's going to be all about general for your month of October. All right, so we are going to start. I'm going to get into your most current energy. Okay. Okay. So it's looking like currently there's a lot of protection. It's like there's a veil around you. Things are changing, things are growing, there's creation, there's something going on in your love situation or just in love in general. It just maybe self-love, could be any type of love. This can all have to do with long-term or short-term. Align it the way that you feel free to, okay? So there is harmony though. There's a balance here, a nice healthy balance currently. Yeah, this is definitely something, it's just very much currently you're in a place where you're completely protected and anything hidden underneath is protected as well. So anybody that tries to get in or get through that protection spiritually or energetically, however you want to see this, it's just they're not budging. And it doesn't fucking matter what or who it is, okay? They just won't be able to get through it. And it's a really, really lovely thought and idea that we have such things. Instead of having to depend on a human power like, you know, authority like police, they're wonderful. You can always call out to them. But this is like something nobody can touch, not even you. Okay, you could be like, yeah, nobody loves me, but you have no clue how spiritually loved you are, how many people behind you, you know, that are unseen. It's a beautiful thing. It's love. So how can that go wrong? Okay, so currently there is something that has already begun. There is already something that is going on, and I feel like there's somebody around you who's acting very childish, or you might be acting very childish, but I feel like whatever this is, it's just not being very communicated. So the situation here is that there's a lot of truth that's just not being seen. Now this could be about, it could be about you just not really seeing your own self. It could be about the person you're with. So the experience here is intense, okay? And it may not be being communicated that way. You may not be like, this is super intense, I can't handle this, but it's because you're not communicating it. You're not clearing any of these thoughts up, any of these, you know, words up. And it's just something that you're not wanting to see. And currently you are in a place where anything kind of surrounding that is just you being like, you are them, I feel like. I feel like you are them. Are super passive, okay? Or just very intense or both. And I feel like you just really are not aware of the magnitude of how reckless or how meaningless this actually is, and how much, you know, this can affect your path, especially in adventure or in passion in your relationship, okay? You could be dealing with a fire sign, air sign, or a water. But I feel like if there was more knowing here, it would be way straight to the gate, like really easy. But if there's nobody knows a fucking thing, everybody's standing on their head. Yeah, it really takes away that flow of things. So the likely outcome here is just the flow is going to be not as flowy. The resistance is going to be on 10. I feel like if you were to like open up, be more communicative, be a little more grown up, and add to your passion and not take away from the peace of it, I think that things would turn out a little bit differently as far as like currently even. By the ending of this, I mean, things are going to make sense, okay? You're going to be giving somebody something. So you may have some crazy antics going on behind the scene, behind the veil. You have shit going on. And by the ending of this, it's going to feel fucking cold-hearted. It is. It's going to feel like, what's wrong with Libra? Why aren't they, you know, why aren't they vibing me? Why aren't they loving me? Why aren't they romancing me? What's happening? Well, you were just holding back a little bit because you were giving them the world by the ending here, by the currently even. So I think my best thoughts here is that the harmony comes back within the love that they're going to see and receive. And this is going to make sense. It'll put the world right back up where it needs to go, okay? It's going to be very nurturing. It's going to be right on time, too. I think the only issue here probably to me is that by the ending of this, there will be a little guilt. And there's going to be, you know, you having to deal with this conflict, especially with whoever this person is that you're dealing with. So this person is normally, you and them have a lot of knowing together. You have a lot of things that are said. You guys have clear communication. And there's a lot of, you know, discipline in this relationship, a lot. But things go unnoticed with this person. And so they may still have, you know, things, you know, lingering. By November, it should be fine. But I feel like the skies will turn blue as soon as you're able to clear that up with handing over whatever it is that you were stewing or, you know, working on or, you know, kind of bringing to a boil. I feel like you have a reason for it. Okay, so I don't think it's going to, like, be a travesty. Okay, let's get into the next part here. Okay, what do we have up next? So up next, we are going to get into kind of the past. So whatever was going on with you and this person, we're going to go into the past and kind of see where things really started to kind of bubble up. And all the information really just started to come in because of something that might have happened in the past with the two of you. And this, again, could be a family connection, could be a love relationship, could be somebody that you just met, who knows, or just a friend, but it's aligning with you, however. And then when we get into that, we'll find out more about your future stuff in November. So then we can find out all that we need to know about love, darling. Okay. So something in the past was definitely dealing with the King of Pentacles, and that is in reverse. So somebody very passive, could have been very focused on money, somebody that was not focusing on the right things, okay? So whatever was going on in the past, this situation, anything kind of surrounding it, had a lot to do with lack of communication. So you and this person definitely kind of went around, and there was a lot of guilt surrounding this situation. It was almost like they were bullying you, or you were bullying them, however you want to see that. That's you. This is your bully. So however, again, you want to see that, I do feel like this person's self-worth is in the shit. It's in the very bottom of the garbage can. So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, they have a lot of work to do themselves, and they are very passive. They could have even just been too busy, just in general. They could have even had a really jealous side, and they were kind of over the situation, just wanted to make money, focus on money. I just want to do this. I just want to do that. And then they probably didn't even do it, quite frankly. So, again, anything kind of surrounding this has a lot to do with the guilt, the anger that goes into this relationship. This relationship was really, really aggressive. So this was Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, or an earth sign that you were dealing with, okay? The overall energy here is of daughters. Daughters of mothers who are walkers. Something of the unknown, I guess. And when you take this journey, all that you really have as a home is you, okay? Because you are on a journey, you are on a path, you are trying to self-express, you're trying to, you know, full steam ahead, and these are all huge parts of, like, you know, trying to get on your own, be independent, and this is just the beginning stages of it. This is just, you know, trying to trust yourself, trying to really push forward on a path that has meaning. So that has a lot to do with probably this relationship that was in the past. So again, there probably was a lot of options in this relationship. I feel like they kind of came out and made it seem like it was one thing. It was a storm. It was a crazy chaos. It was craziness here. I feel like there was always fists up, like angry. The heart here is just very much like there was supposed to be, you know, some sort of a king and a queen in the situation. But I mean, where was it? Where was it? Where was the royalty in this relationship? There was options. There was other options to choose from. That's the information that you received. That's the root of the situation. And it came in on a fucking cloud. And you were like, well, give me a minute here. Okay, so whether or not you cleared that up straight away is kind of, you know, how this aligns with you. But this had all to do with that love situation. Okay, so likely outcome of this scenario was just the experience itself sucked. It sucked. It completely sucked. All the focus, all the work that you put into it, all of the money that you put into it, in one day. And you knew. You knew, but you didn't. You were probably really young, but you knew. You knew deep down. There was something always kind of like following the both of you, and you always felt like there was nothing that you could do to make yourselves comfortable as people standing together or holding hands or in love or, you know, whatever this relationship might be for you. I just feel like there was always an anxiety. There was always some sort of darkness that wasn't being talked about, and it should have been. Okay? Bottom line is you took off. One of you took off. Probably you. The communication is no longer. You still do not communicate with this person, but the harmony will never be there. The intensity of the emotions was just too much. It was too much. Okay? No communication, no clearing things up. The conflict is there, and it's still there, and it still causes aggression. And that probably has a lot to do with any of the angst or the uncommunication that you have in your current situation. Okay. Listen to your voices. Listen to whatever is being said. Trust and be at peace with the voices that you're hearing. And it's not even so much voices, it's just like a knowing, and you're like, yeah, that doesn't mean anything. No, it does. So listen to it, okay? Because you're going to be in a transformation in your relationship or within yourself in November. So make sure you're really listening to that gut. That is just a nice card that did pop up without no reason. Okay, so the harmony that is going to come in November is coming in as a transformation. So I feel like anything that you've held against anyone or any changes that have been arising or just kind of like super deep inside, that is all coming forth. That's all going to be here in November. You do have a decision to make in November. As far as a love relationship, the both of you will be standing at a crossroads, okay? And that's the situation that is going to be occurring. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Well, again, this is what's happening. This is what's occurring. I feel like the two of you could pretty much get through anything if you can get through this next month or so. Okay? I feel like you're going to have all of the tools you need, all of the things that you need to get into a place of some sort of stability, some sort of potential, some sort of meaning. I definitely feel like whatever this is super warm, it's super intuitive, and there's a lot of personal energy exchanging back and forth. This is a very energetic, spiritual relationship. This is a really nice relationship. This could be biracial also, if that matters, if that aligns. I'm just giving you what I'm getting. But I feel like whatever this is has a lot of nurturing going into it. There's a lot of abundance by the ending of it. Stability is nice, though. There's always that nice... Anything that you seek, you want to eventually land in that comfortable place. So you guys are going to be comfortable enough to be in a celebration or just even at a wedding together. Who the hell knows? But I mean, whatever happens, this is bringing in new life. This is new town, okay? You guys are going into a different book, not just a different chapter. You're going into a different book. You're going to leave everything in the past. All of the dead is going to stay dead in the past, and you're going to move on into your life. And this is not a bad thing, getting that death card. This is just bringing in that pure intended new chapter. It's the inevitable life cycle, okay? You're starting a new one. You're at the ending of and moving into your new beginning. Likely outcome. Likely outcome is that there is going to be information that kind of continues to grow and grow from this, okay? And hopefully you just utilize it to kind of like transform. So make sure you're observing everything. But I feel like you're going to be creating a lot. I don't know necessarily how business it's going to be. It's almost like you're not probably doing as much in that part. I feel like you could definitely be doing more in that, but maybe just kind of balancing things out as far as like really focusing on any information going into focusing on that money, that coins, stability, business. To make long-term happiness, you really got to watch shit grow. So that's just kind of where you're headed. So likely outcome is that this is the beginning of a new situation, okay? This is going to be an opportunity to start things over or start things fresh, however that aligns, okay? So that is your likely outcome for November. Looks good. Looks like a really great fucking reading to me. I think you're on track. All right, please go ahead, hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot if you would, please and thank you. Go ahead, hit subscribe, click that bell so you don't miss one thing here. And again, my name is Jordan, and if I haven't met you yet, Libra, it is nice to meet you. I am Hangman Tarot. Go ahead and check me out next month. Go check out all of the playlists on my YouTube for Hangman Tarot as well. I will see you all later. Have a beautiful rest of your October, and happy Thanksgiving.